Melanie, your question was de-stressing, keeping calm, relax, go with life, not keep it from happening due to worry. And there's a separate question I'll get to in a second. So that's good. I talk about that a little bit in my videos, but touch on it here and there, but it's great to just straight on. Let's just go right to it. It's very common, so it's an awesome question. And so, yeah, let's get to it. Well, you'll find your own ways to stay calm. But that's it all comes down to choice. So first you got to really make the choice. And if you really made the choice to self-love and be happy, then you'll just naturally come up with ways and experiment ways to do what serves you. And to be in a state that serves you and be whatever it is you want to be and feel however you want to feel. So de-stressing is just a little tools. It's not the cure. But they're tools that can help us to de-stress. And so one of them is by just being really ridiculously good to yourself all the time. Stop holding back in life. Start doing all the things you want. You want to go dance? Go dance. Stop making reasons. You want to go take a little course, a little hobby course or whatever you want to do, go take it. Stop with the excuses. You want to spend more time out in nature, then go spend more time out in nature. You want to paint, you want to sing, you want to, whatever it is, cook, you want to just sit and do nothing. Whatever it is you really want to do it. Spoil yourself. Keep spoiling yourself. Very important. So that's how you de-stress, by loving the heck out of yourself. The other thing you do is by reducing things that stress you. That's just the most obvious. So if sometimes even when you're loving yourself, just you'll get pulled into certain things and that are kind of seem big at the time and you'll get stressed. Well, the way is to pull yourself back out. So again, in combination with self-love, stillness, quieting the mind. The mind is what causes the problems that don't exist in the first place, and then it creates more and more and stresses and spins. So pulling back to a quiet place. So you can find your own way to do that by pulling out of dramas and stuff. And it's any activity that you feel good doing and you don't think a lot. Kind of clears your mind. So whatever that is. So some people it's cleaning. Some people, they go clean the whole house and it really helps. They feel therapeutic. Maybe they even felt some emotions and got it out of there, and then after that the mind was clear and they're just, whatever. Some people painting, singing, writing, walking in nature, traditional meditation, walking meditations, candle meditations. The list goes on and on and on. You can experiment and find what works for you. But basically, love the heck out of yourself. There's your medicine, and reduce stress. Kind of like a doctor, right? Listen to Dr. Mike right now. Isn't this what your doctor tells you with all situations? Take this. Only this is good medicine. This isn't going to make you addicted or cost you anything. But yeah, think of it like medicine. So first, take your medicine, which is love, loving yourself, spoiling yourself, and take it easy. The doctor says take it easy, reduce stress. So reduce the things that are stressing you out. If it's certain people, then step away for a while, get away from them, reduce or eliminate the contact for a while until you can get straight. You have the power, you're the master of your own experience. So reduce those things. From a physical standpoint, try to ease your workload, of course. So we want to ease the mind, but we also want to ease the body if we can. And so to de-stress the mind and body, we also want to eliminate anything that's stressing the body out on a chemical or physical level. So an easy way to do that is try to cut down. If you're feeling stressed, don't eat an entire tub of ice cream. Don't do it. I mean, if you really want to do it, hey, by all means, there's no rules here. But what are you really doing? And this has nothing to do with, I'm saying, because of the weight or that silly stuff. Who cares? It's because of all that sugar. That's a lot of sugar and GMOs and chemicals and all this other stuff that's in there. You just pound it into your body. So your body has to now work extra hard now to get rid of that. So you've stressed your body out. So if you're stressed, don't stress it with excesses of sugar, fat, caffeine, reduce, and if you can, eliminate the caffeine, at least the big ones, Coca-Cola and coffee. Those are the big ones. And by all means, just, think those drinks like Jolts, just stay away from them, period, would be my, you do what you want to do, but those are just pure caffeine shots. But anyways, whatever, sugar, fat, salt, caffeine, if you do drugs, of course, you want to eliminate them. Booze, it stresses us out in many ways, but one of the ways it stresses us out, stresses our minds out, is that it's a depressant. So just like the caffeine did, so things like that chemically affect us, you're making yourself swing up and down. So people keep ignoring this. They wonder why they're swinging. Well, there's lots of reasons, but also check your diet. If you're drinking coffee every day in the morning, 1 or 2 coffees, and well, guess what? Or you even have caffeine shots at different parts of the day. If you really look, you'll see there's a pattern there. You're gonna swing. You're gonna go up. You're gonna go down. Same with booze. Booze is a depressant. And the next day, when you're getting hungover, a lot of people are aware of this. Some people aren't. It's called the one name for it is the hangover blues. Another one I've heard is the beer guilts. So you drink, and the next day you wake up and you feel like you did something wrong, but you didn't. You were good, but you feel like you did something wrong. That's the downswing. But anyways, so you see what I'm saying here is take your medicine, love yourself, and reduce stress. So reduce it in your workload, reduce it in your body, reduce it in your mind. If you're stressed, same with your entertainment. As always, you should watch your entertainment. People are depressed and see the world as so horrible, and they wonder why, and then they watch news, which is just, it's not the truth at all. First of all, we won't get into that. But it has high agenda, and there's beautiful, wonderful, triumphant things that happen every minute of every day on this planet of billions of people. But it's almost never reported. So there's an agenda there. It's all negative programming, television programming. They told you right from the start, programming. And it's just all doom and gloom. So even if you don't believe it's all lies, you can see it's all doom and gloom. It's not good for you. You don't need to know how many people died over here and there. And you don't need, you can still keep in tabs with what's going on in the world, because it'll come to you. You'll still see headlines in the newspaper. Someone will say something. What you really need to know will come to you. You don't need to search. You don't need to go reading through papers and watching news programs. You don't need to do it. It'll come to you. So you can reduce that way by negative things that bring you down. Same thing then, people, whatever they're stressing about, okay, they'll step away and then they'll watch movies that totally depress them and get them thinking about that thing. Like if it's a relationship, they'll watch really sad romantic movies, or if they're going through abusive stuff, then they start watching abusive movies, people getting abused and violence. So be good to your mind as well as it relates to entertainment. Do entertainment that fulfills you truly and doesn't have a cost to your body or your mind. So be good to yourself, medicine, reduce that stresses you, because and keeping calm again is just, you can, whatever relaxes you, meditative type things, just do those things, things you enjoy, and definitely don't worry, but again, get out of the mind as much as possible, and the more you love yourself and the more you do that, the easier it'll get. It'll still come sometimes, but you'll be less threatened by it. You'll just let them flow through. You should never make the thoughts or the mind the enemy, because then it'll act like a baby. Like it'll have a temper tantrum. Even though it's just illusion, it's not even real. It's not really the entity. It means well, but it can really get worked up. And so you definitely don't want to make it the enemy. Just get quiet, get in the real place of you, the silence, and then you can, and self-love, and then you can step back, and when these thoughts come, you'll just let them flow through and just go, no, I know, I know. and then you just, you can go. So you'll find your way, but, just gently do those things. And the last one, and the last part of that first question was, in relaxing and going with life, so you're not keeping it from happening due to worry. That's the important one too. A lot of people are hiding out from life, and they're missing the magic everywhere. They're missing the opportunities. They're always finding every little reason not to do things they love or to take some risks. We see a lot of people still engaged in that, and so you get caught up in worry and stress, and you take all that too seriously. Your mind can make that the reason to not do anything. And then you are holding back from life. You're not really living your life. When you're in worry, you're in the past or in the future. Both are illusions. So you're not in the now. You're not enjoying. Kids playing are so joyous. People that are so joyous, they're in the now. So you want to be in the now because that's where happiness is found. And it says more energy was the second question. How to get more energy? Well, those things I just said. That's how you get more energy. We are energy beings. You can do it by a great diet if you want. You put lots of nutrients into you. That helps. Things, natural ways, lots of fruits and vegetables and natural sugars and things like that. And you can do exercise. You can do all kinds of things. And why not? Go for it if you like it, you enjoy it. But just by choice, just by being happy-go-lucky, just by loving yourself and being good to yourself and eliminating things that don't serve you, and just being as much in the now and being grateful and practicing acceptance and gratitude in life, then you'll just naturally have more energy. It's just because now you're pulling from source. So you want more energy? The answer is like the same to every question, really. It's all pointing back at you. Go to you. That's where your energy. You are your greatest lover. You are your greatest power source. You are it all, my friend. So go back to you. Great question. Thanks, Melanie.